I think it's important to know that you look at all the things that I've done and all the different, successes I've had, and there's tons, and I know that, and it's exciting, and I've made tons of money. You've made money when you're earning a paycheck of $2 million plus a year and you walk away from it. That's when you've made some money. But my point is that it didn't come just as a straight line. It came with some pain attached. And, as an entrepreneur, the one thing I'll tell you is there was something I saw a sign, I'm telling you, probably 40 years ago on this guy's kitchen refrigerator. And it said, sometimes owning your own business is as overrated as mom's apple pie. So in other words, owning your own business can be the best thing in the world. And then there are times when it's really rotten. For me, where I had, a ton of employees, at times thousands of employees, you can imagine, you feel like you're the richest person in the world. And then December comes and you're not only paying taxes, but health insurance for everybody. And then for me, I gave everybody bonuses. So, I'm rich one day and poor the next day at times in business. So, and, I've had times where I had partners and they came in when I was not there and stole everything, cleaned me out. I go home and I find my wife is 6 months pregnant. We had $1,300 in the bank. And what do? I started a business the next morning. And I went out and I rented a 300 square foot office because back then that's what you had to do. And I had to go get some used desks and a used phone system. And I was up and running, a day later. And, 2 years later, I had one of the largest mortgage companies in New York State. And those other guys, I didn't spend one day going after them. I didn't spend 1 minute thinking negatively. I stayed positive the whole time, thinking just of growth. And they were put out of business by the Attorney General in New York. And I had nothing to do with it at all. And, but you're going to run into obstacles. And that's just one story. There's tons. But you're going to run into obstacles. You're going to stub your toe. You're going to think it's the end of the world at times. And just keep taking that next step. And it might be a different door. You might mean you have to make a turn and, not the direct path that you thought it was going to be. You might have to live in that warehouse for a period of time to get back on your feet and grow. But whatever it is, you can do it. Just don't stop. Don't give up. Einstein, I think it was Edison that said, people give up when they're 95% there. And you just don't see if we knew the goal was right there, another 5% and we would hit that goal. If we knew that was the case, we would keep going. But you don't know it's the case. So you just have to keep going. And it's great that they have you two guys to lean on and rely on and learn from and confide in. That's what we all need in business.